Tractor Man 44, and we're back. Took a little time right after lunch and put a little black paint on this thing, make it look a little bit nicer. Didn't paint the bottom, it's just going to get all messy anyway. But kind of dolled it up a little bit, doesn't look too awful bad. I'm starting to put the vise back on now. So I actually got the bolts already fit in the hole. There's two of those 5/8 11 there to hold it in place. The one in front I've already got nice and snug and tight. Just finish this last one up here, just take a second. And we'll go ahead and assemble the vise and kind of give a little bit of an overall how good it is. At least I think it's pretty good. Pull her in there snug and give her a little bit of tap. Make sure that squashes that lock washer out really, really good. By the way, on a side note, pretty deluxe old Henry Ford Model T wrench. Kind of happened to fit them just perfectly. Assembly this thing is really pretty easy. All you gotta do is back out that set screw right there far enough to miss everything. Slide it in there and tighten that cotton picker down. And put her up kind of snug, whatever angle you want. Remember, this thing here, you can put it any angle you want. I'd leave it right here for now, because you never know what you're going to do. But at any rate, there she is, man. She's ready for the wrecking crew. Looking real good. Works real smooth. It's not bad at all. It's nice and sturdy. This thing weighs about 125 pounds. I picked it up. I did not pick it up and put it back on the workbench. It's too doggone heavy. And I kind of buffed the top of this up a little bit. It really looks good. I even buffed the jaws up, but I'm not going to mess with the nasty old paint. I mean, that's what it would look like whenever I got it. That's the way it's going to stay. Then I got to thinking, I hated to cut this thing off back here, so I come up with a little thing I'm gonna do. I got another old buffing wheel here that just kind of laying around under the workbench. I've got several anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this buffing wheel right over here. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hang this piece of channel iron here. Of course, I'll weld it on there kind of nice and everything, and I'll put braces on it and all that. But I'm wanting that buffing wheel to hang out here to where I got that wire wheel at about this elevation, but it's going to hang on the other side. But that's going to go down there. And I'm going to make a hinging apparatus for the tool rest, or the rest that you want to put your pieces on. I'm going to put that here, and there'll be a solid shaft come through here with a couple of set screws so you can hinge that shaft back and forth, get your angle whenever the grinding wheel wears down or the buffing wheel wears down, It'll be kind of nice. I'll make it to where it'll tilt forward and backwards, and also I'll make it to where it'll the tool rest up here will actually tilt also. So hopefully it'll turn out adequate. But anyway, like I say, couldn't let it alone. Barely got done with it and had to make some adaptations to it. But that'll be good though, because it'll get that buffing wheel out from underneath the bench. Like I said, I'm always picking up a bargain here and there. I don't buy it unless it's a bargain. And I told you before, I'm cheap. That's pretty much my mantra. Get it as good a price as what I can, get it as cheap as I can, adapt it, make it work as good as I can, and the heck with the rest of it. But at any rate, here's the old buffing wheel. I mean, it's a little bit on the worn side. Card, well, that's a pretty deluxe looking card. It's a little bit soft, and I already plugged it in. I mean, electric stayed all on the inside. None of it come out and bit me, so it ought to be all right. But I'll probably change it. But the old wheel's about gone. Was probably a 8-inch wheel to start with, I would think, and judging by the mass of it. But at any rate, I'll put a new wheel on it maybe, or run that one for a while. But at any rate, that was the project for today. So hope you enjoyed it. Don't mind all the other junk around here. There's an old scrap compressor down there. Got to take some parts off of and get rid of. Side note. But at any rate, Tractor Man 44, man, we are gone.